Hello, this is Kat, and today we are going to travel to Disney. And not only Disney, but Disney during Christmas time, and we're also going to see the Mickey Mouse Very Merry Christmas Party. Our favorite places to stay inside of the Disney bubble are the three deluxe resorts on the monorail line. The location is amazing, especially for the Magic Kingdom, where you can even walk to the park from the Grand Floridian or the Contemporary. For this trip, we are staying at the Disney Polynesian Resort. An important thing to know, though, is that our choices will probably be very different than the choices of a family with kids. Me and my husband are both over 55, and we travel just the two of us with no kids. There are several perks from staying at the Disney resorts, like early park entry, extended evening hours on specific nights, or transportation options. But one of the fun things to do is to watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks right from the hotel. And if you are staying in a theme park view room, you can even watch it from your own balcony. Another great advantage of staying at the hotels connected by the monorail is that it opens up a lot more dining options for the days that you are not at the park. We really like the Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary Resort. It has several options, not just steaks, and it's reasonably priced compared to other restaurants at the park or at the hotels. If you visit Disney during the holidays, make sure to check out the hotel decorations too. While the decorations at the Polynesian Resort were more subdued, the Contemporary had a nice gingerbread display, and the Grand Floridian had a way over the top, incredibly beautiful gingerbread house and several Christmas trees. Epcot was having the Festival of the Holidays. The majority of the countries in the World Showcase were decked out for the holidays with beautiful decorations and special snacks that you can only get during this time of the year. But one of the things that we were really looking forward to do is ride the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and it did not disappoint. I just wish it was a little bit longer. The music is definitely fun and the car spins in all directions. This is a very different ride from the traditional roller coaster style rides. We really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the movie like we are and you do not want to miss this attraction, be ready to jump on a virtual queue as soon as it opens. If you are staying at a Disney hotel, you can request a virtual queue at 7 a.m. from your hotel room. There's also another chance at 1 p.m., but you will need to be in the park. If all else fails, or if you want to ride it twice, you can buy an individual lightning lane. The price will vary and it depends on how busy the park is, and you also need to have purchased Genie Plus to be able to buy an individual lightning lane. If you have been to Epcot lately, you know that many areas were boarded up for a long time for some very needed renovations. We were pleased to see that many of these areas are now open. The gardens around the partner statue is now open and you can get your own photo right next to the bronze statue of Walt Disney. There is also a walk-through area for Moana. Although there are still areas boarded up, they are definitely less visible. Germany was one of the best decorated countries. They had a band playing fun German music, a stand with beer flights and Christmas drinks. The stores that normally have gorgeous merchandise anyway had really beautiful Christmas ornaments, and the dessert caramel treat store had many delicious special items. We tried the gingerbread cookie, and it was really sweet and ginormous, but very flavorful, and we both ended up with leftovers. In Norway, you will find Frozen. Frozen is a very popular attraction, but the lines can be brutal. We have seen as much as 2 hours worth of waiting. In our opinion, the ride is good, but it does not warrant that kind of wait. This is the perfect ride for Genie Plus. We were able to sail right through it and almost no wait at all. On the day that we were doing the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party, we decided to have a day off and only go to the park at the time of the party. So this is a perfect day for another one of my favorites, the character dining Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort. We like the food, and even though it is a buffet, I really love the entertainment. I always come out of this place with a huge smile on my face. The Mickey Very Merry Christmas Party was definitely the highlight of this trip. We have done it before, but it seems that there was a lot more entertainment this year. You can enter the park for the party at 4 p.m., but make sure you get to the gates before that time because the lines to get in are absolutely insane. Once inside, you can enjoy the rides, but the entertainment does not start until 7 p.m. when the party officially starts. As we made our way in, we were directed to the right of Main Street, to an area with angels on stilts and toy soldiers and snow. Yes, snow in Florida. Each person also gets an official party ornament that you cannot buy in store. Fun, right? Magic Kingdom was really well decorated. It is for sure the most decorated park. Main Street was spectacular and the merchandise is very festive. There's also plenty of photo pass opportunities that are only open during the party. At 6 p.m., you can join a virtual queue for the new ride in Magic Kingdom, Tron. This is a special queue just for the party guests, and the fun part is that you get to ride it at night. Tron is a very different ride. You sit as if you were on a motorcycle, and part of the ride is outdoors. It is really fast and really fun. Once the party starts, there's plenty of entertainment available. From parades to shows in front of the castle, fireworks, stage performances, and even smaller cavalcades with the characters. You can also get treats for free in a few stations around the park. This year, the treats were different types of cookies with either warm cider or hot chocolate. The gingerbread cookie was one of our favorites. I think one of our favorite things about the party was that you could ride almost all the rides without much of a wait. Rides like Seven Dwarfs that normally have very long waits had no wait at all. We rode Seven Dwarfs 2 times in a row because it was so empty. So even though there were lots of people in the party, most people were watching the entertainment, so the rides are almost all empty. On the next day, we went back to Magic Kingdom because we wanted to soak up all the beauty of the Christmas decorations in the park. Since we stayed up late the night before for the party, we ended up sleeping in and taking the day easy. We arrived at the park just before noon. We purchased Genie Plus before we went to bed on the night before, and for our first selection, we grabbed a viewing spot on the main parade. We've never done this before, mostly because my husband is not a big fan of parades. However, I highly recommend using Genie Selection to get a prime spot. While others were sitting by the castle for a very long time to guarantee a good spot, we basically just showed up and we were able to watch the parade and make our next Genie Plus selection. I absolutely love this day. Mostly because we were already at the park the day before and we had done most of the rides that we liked, so we could take the day really easy. Here's another first. I had to drag Alan to this ride, but I wanted to ride Carpets of Aladdin. Yes, it is a kiddie ride, but boy, we had fun. Just like the teacups, this is a real classic.
No, no, uh-uh.
At 1 p.m., we were also able to get another virtual queue spot for Tron. What a treat to ride it again! We ended the night with dinner at one of our favorite restaurants at the Magic Kingdom. Be our guest. This is such a fun character dinner. Well, I probably should say one character, the Beast. The restaurant is divided into sections. The main ballroom hall has large windows where you can see snow falling. There's also the Rose Gallery wing with a music box in the middle of the room, and the West wing, the Forbidden Room, that has the rose displayed in a case. We were lucky to be seated in the West Wing. I say lucky because it is so much more intimate and less noisy, except for the occasional thunder from when the rose petal falls or when the beast visits the room. We spent the next day at Hollywood Studios. In my opinion, Hollywood Studios is the most grown up park of all four Disney parks in Florida. There are several attractions that are perfect for small kids, but I think the majority of the park is geared towards the older kids and grown ups that enjoy attractions based on movies. Hollywood Studios was nicely decorated for the holidays as well, and they even had an after hours Christmas party this year, the Jollywood Party. We didn't get to go to this party because the party happens in specific days, and just like Magic Kingdom, but the days did not work out for us. It didn't coincide with the dates that we were going to be in the park. However, I think the spirit of Christmas in this park is just not like it is on Magic Kingdom. One of the classic attractions that I need to ride every time we visit the park is the Hollywood Tower of Terror. It really reminds me of the old Twilight Zone shows that I used to watch all those years ago. However, the main attraction here is with no shadow of a doubt the Star Wars land, aka Batuu. This area is phenomenal and it totally puts you right in the movie. With the Millennium Falcon, all the buildings and outposts, the stormtroopers patrolling the alleys, it's really amazing. But there's nothing anywhere that compares to the Rise of Resistance ride. Not only this ride is immersive, it tells a story and it's not your typical few seconds and it's over.
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the Resistance. Okay, you're clear.
Your escape pods came in a little off target.
Toy Story Land is particularly popular with little kids, with the Slinky Dog Dash ride always having very long lines. If you have your heart set on this ride, make sure to get it with Disney Genie Plus if you don't want to spend very long time in the line. If you have never watched what I like to call mini Broadway shows at the park, you should consider watching Beauty and the Beast. It is a beautiful show with great music, and next thing you know, you'll be singing along to all those songs.
Come together on their own.
It's so peculiar.
We'll wait and see a few days more. There may be something there that wasn't there before.
You know, perhaps there's something there that wasn't there before.
What? There may be something there that wasn't there before.
We ended our fun day at Hollywood Studios with the lighting of the Christmas tree and then dinner at our favorite restaurant in this park, the Brown Derby Steakhouse. We spent our last full vacation day at the Animal Kingdom. Our last day was also one of the coldest days. While I definitely enjoyed not being in the park in the blistering sun of a Florida summer day, December can have some days when the weather gets quite cold. You have to remember that you are spending quite a lot of time outdoors, and by the end of the day, you are shivering. I normally leave Animal Kingdom for the last day of our vacation because it is more of a laid-back park, a park that I see as a contemplation of Mother Nature. You see so many animals, and the vegetation in the park is really well done. rides that are really good in Animal Kingdom. The first one is the one that we normally dash to as soon as we get into the park, and that is the Avatar Flight of Passage in the Pandora Land. The Pandora Land is based on the Avatar movie. Little kids also love the Navi River ride, but that for us is a little bit overrated. It feels a bit like it's a small world in Magical Kingdom. The second ride that's really worth checking out is Everest in the Asia Land. A fair warning though, this is a real tall and fast roller coaster that rides backwards at times and in the dark in some spots. Now for me, the main reason to visit Animal Kingdom is the wildlife, particularly all the different birds that you can see flying free in the park. I love watching the feathered friends in flight that happens many times during the day at the Anandapur Theater in Asia. Not only you learn a lot about several different birds and their behavior, but it can be quite funny too. My favorite bird show though is the one that happens right in front of the Tree of Life a few times a day. Check the schedule and look for winged encounters. You can see beautiful macaws flying right over your head and displaying their gorgeous colors. One other area that gets totally overlooked are the trails around the Tree of Life. Not only you can get really close to the tree and see many waterfalls, you can also really appreciate some of its famous carvings. Animal Kingdom has some Christmas decorations, but the park is definitely not decked out like the other parks. However, they do have a beautiful video overlay on the Tree of Life at the end of the day that is worth checking out. We watched the show on our way out of the park after our delicious vacation goodbye dinner at Tiffin's. The very last stop of our vacation was to check out the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian Resort. The crowds were completely insane at the lobby of the hotel, but it is worth spending some time admiring this work of art. I can't wait to go back and do it all over again. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.